Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Matt, and this is Mycrazypodcast, episode 31. Who are you?
MGK over Eminem.
Oh my fucking god.
Fuck yourself, Jimmy. I'm Dusty B.
I'm Steve.
And I'm Matt for redundancy's sake. So, yeah, let's just get right into it. We're very heated about Eminem.
We got beef.
So let's wait before we talk about the
Beef and porn.
before
Beef
we
and
talk
porn.
about-
First installment of Beef and porn. Also, Monster, please sponsor us.
Oh my god.
All the shout outs, right? Real quick.
He wanted to throw that out there because I promised if we get a Monster Fridge sponsored to MyCrazyProductions, Jim gets it. So that's why he's going OD right now.
There you go.
Okay. All right.
mean,
I'll just choose to enjoy my fine,
Dusty just
perfectly
left him
delicious
hanging.
Monster.
Oh, my fault.
without
I'm joining that.
giving me a cheers.
Hey, my fault. My apologies. I'm my own mom right now.
Cheers. Drink Monster. Yeah, see? Buddha even drinking Monster.
What company owns Monster? I'll get the other drink that they sell.
You gonna be anti-monster?
No, what's Pepsi? Does like Pepsi own Monster? I'm talking about like the overall umbrella company. 'cause
Oh,
all
fuck
the-
if I know, man.
Yeah, no, like
I don't know.
We'll have to look into that shit.
Oh, no, drink Monster.
Yeah, fine.
Who is
drink-
this cat over here? Pun intended.
He's been on an episode before.
I've been on this episode. I've been on
Yeah.
You filled in for me last time.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, to the topic.
To the topic, Eminem. So basically, he dropped a surprise album on Joe
Nope.
Budden's birthday. I don't think that was on purpose though. I think he just wanted to drop the album on a surprise date. It was my opinion, overall quality of the album have gone back and forth. I think it's an 8.5 out of 10. I'll go into my reasons. Specifically, the main reason I think that it goes down a little bit are the same reasons, and I feel weird saying this because I just watched the Joe Budden podcast twice to like see his view because I want to go into their beef. I have a very similar view. Some of the content, while I agree with most of it, it does feel like he feels desperate right now. So I agree with some of that, but overall the quality of the content I still think is good and great. I think I haven't heard Eminem spit like this which goes back to my point. The fact that he still can do this, I haven't heard him spit like this since 2003. Eminem show.
I gotta give him that.
My favorite
I do
album, by
have to. I'm not saying that Eminem's not a good artist. Don't get me wrong.
You can't.
I literally can't. He is literally one of the best. He's in one of the best hip hop artists.
Top 5 at least.
In all of
all
history.
time.
Time. With the history of hip hop. Like that's already hands down fact. I get that. And, I do like a lot of his stuff.
Yes.
But I'm just putting it out there. I listened to them both.
But before we get into the beef, just quality of the album. Oh, let's get everyone's opinion on quality of the
damn it.
album.
I'm about to agree with Maddie. I'd give it a solid 8.5. Definitely not a 9, but definitely 8.5. At very least an 8. Main reason is I do feel like some of it is very familiar to his older stuff. However, I feel he did incorporate some of the new style into it, but he did it in a way that he was able to make fun of it, which is something I feel very passionately about, like especially in the trap game and the mumble rap game and all that stuff right now. Don't get me wrong, I get it. I like a lot of it. I fuck with some of it, but it's mumbling. Like, you gotta pay homage to your roots, regardless of what you say. And M killed the game, and he came at everybody's neck.
Yeah.
So,
I'm gonna go with y'all. A solid. I'll give it an 8. I thought it was fire. I thought it was really well done. Like Dusty just said, he's coming out all these mumble rappers and shit like that. But if you out there just trying to make bread, I respect it. I respect the hustle. You know what I mean?
you got to.
But yeah, am I a fan of it? Nah, but that's not really the topic. But yeah, that's how I viewed it. I thought the album was. I heard it once and then halfway. So 1.5. But I really liked it, man. I thought it was really good.
I've heard it 5 times. I'm not gonna lie. The initial Eminem fan of me, I should just say Eminem stan of me, I was just like 10 out of 10. Fire album, just because he was finally spitting the way I wanted to.
Yeah,
but,
that was vintage, man.
But that's why I had to listen to it over and over again. And if I'm really being objective of just quality of the album and what he's, the honesty of what he's saying, the quality, and also one song that I want to get into more once we get into the Joe Budden thing, Stepping Stones. I've been wondering what's been going on with D12 for years, and to finally know that they're done, because their Facebook page, I don't know if any of you guys, I doubt you guys follow D12 on Facebook. They've turned into like one of those Facebook pages that just share other people's shit.
Yeah.
Like when I started following them, they were posting like, "Hey, we're coming back with new music soon." Never came, but like that, they were at least talking about doing music. Now they're just like, "Wow, I can't believe that happened," and then it's like a Joey Salads video, fake social experiment. And it's just like, what? Why is one of the, in my opinion, one of the best rap groups sharing a Joey Salads video? What the fuck is going on right now?
They're not really using Facebook for what it's for. Like, that's for what your individual, like, fucking...
They make money off... They get money off...
I get it.
Shares. So
that means that they're not making music then, and now it seems like they're relying on social media to sustain themselves.
Just to get a paycheck.
In Stepping Stones,
exactly.
Ems pretty much says that he kind of used them as...
Yeah, he openly admits, he's like, he even says, and this is why I respect the dude so much, and I'm like, well, we'll say again, so save it for the beef for MGK, but this is why I respect him so much, is he literally says, I'm afraid if I come back down, I'll meet everybody on the way back down. Like...
Well, here's my thing. Yeah, I get that, but at the same time, on another song, The Fall, he's saying, which I agree with him to a point, but that's one reason I can't give it a 10 out of 10. There's conflicting messages. Like, he says something like that, which makes a lot of sense. Because, in my opinion, and I feel like I might get blackballed from Shady for this, I think Shady Record has ruined every one of their artists' career.
You think so?
I think they've ruined even 50 Cent. Musically, Shady Records ruined 50 Cent's career.
Yeah.
They've ruined Obi Trice's career. They've ruined D12's career. Well, I'm not going to get into D12 because that's a different issue, and he admitted to that, and that was also proof. That was a different situation. But Cassius, do you all remember Cassius?
Yep.
Do you all remember what's the Stat Quo? He was half shady. Do y'all remember him?
Not really.
No one does. Yellow Wolf barely sells. Slaughterhouse.
That's true. And Yellow Wolf is fucking talented too.
I've never liked but a lot of people agree with you, and I'm not gonna hate, but I've never felt Yellow Wolf. Joe went into his podcast, and I agree with him on a lot of things. Definitely ruined Slaughterhouse's image. So in general, yeah. But then on the same side, he'll be like, I inspired the culture. Who are you to talk about the culture? I inspired the Hobsons, the Logics, which I do agree. And he said, but I also brought 50 Cent. But at the same time, I feel like Shady also ruined 50. I don't think he need. I know 50 says Shady is the reason, and he said he'll never disrespect them. He didn't need Eminem. He needed that Dr. Dre beat.
All right, yeah, I can agree with that.
He didn't need Eminem. Eminem got him the deal, which got him into Dre and Jimmy and all that stuff that made it happen, which is why 50...
So he still needed M, though. You gotta look at facts.
Yeah,
that's like saying, I need a replaceable tire, but I got no car jack. The car jack's there, you can replace your tire now.
But what I'm saying is, I think at that time, 50 Cent would have blew up without In the Club.
I mean, you're also 50 Cent's biggest dick sucker.
You ain't wrong. You ain't fucking wrong.
I'm gonna need you to get the jaws of life on that one.
Let's go back to 2002. 50
Trust me, I
might have lost a few brain cells in that time frame.
50 in the streets was
fire.
Wrong,
and I was young still.
Every label was going for 50 Cent. He was gonna get signed anywhere, and I think his hit making ability at the time, Dre would have given him a beat no matter what. He may not have been In the Club beat, but it would have been a fire beat that he could have used, because Dre obviously had some like in him. M still had some like in him, and I feel like if he went to any label, he could have gotten the same opportunity as Shady, and then he wouldn't have been.
Considering the time frame that M was blowing up in that point, you think anybody else could have given him the same?
He was already pretty established.
M?
Around that time.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
he was on fire, bro.
Yeah, no, I understand that. I understand Eminem was the biggest artist. I mean, 50 Cent even says this. D12 sold 1 million copies. D12 album could have been blank, and would have sold 1 million copies just because Eminem at the time was co-signing it.
Mm-hmm.
And I agree. I think Eminem gave 50 Cent 1 million album sales, but that album still sold 10 million.
Fair enough.
So I think it's a little. I think 50 had his own momentum, and you may give him credit for getting them there, but once he doesn't ever stick by his artists. Also, like I hate Rick Ross, but Rick Ross does stick by his artists. Like as a boss, he sticks by them no matter what.
No.
If we look at Jay-Z, he sticks by his artists. If we look at 50 Cent, which is why I've always respected him, when G-Unit came around, Interscope was in his ear saying, "We want the second 50 Cent album. We don't care about this G-Unit album." And he said, "No, if I come out with a second album, no one's gonna know who Lloyd Banks is, Young Buck, Tony Yayo, all that stuff." He said, "I need the G-Unit album to come out next, then the rest of the group's albums to come out, then I'll put my second album out."
Mm.
And M has never really stuck by his artists like that.
Yeah, you gotta look though, like he was on hiatus for like ever. Like mostly,
Yeah, but even when he came back, the Shady 2.0 thing, he just did like 2 months. He did the BT Cypher, and then he did the Fuse TV South by Southwest thing, and then he just like stopped.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He wasn't consistent. Like he came back for like a short burst, where like Rick Ross and Jay-Z and like they're consistent.
He just keeping himself relevant.
No, I get that, but that's why I also think he's ruined all the career. Because when you run a label, you have to, especially when people aren't signing to Shady Records to be on Interscope. If they want to be on Interscope, they could just get on Interscope at that point and not get Shady involved. I'm sure Interscope would love to take Shady out of the cut for all the artists.
Absolutely.
As much as I love Eminem, I'm sure they wouldn't mind taking him out. The reason why you sign to an artist like Eminem, you sign to Jay-Z, you sign to 50 Cent, you sign to Rick Ross, you want that artist's input, and when they're not there to really help,
then you fell short.
Yeah.
So, but isn't that kind of just like riding their coattails in a way? Like,
yeah, you cloud chasing.
yeah,
that's why you join any company. And to a certain extent, it maybe not be like if I join Atlantic Records, for example, for different not for any other reason. Let's say I was a rapper and I wanted to join Atlantic Records. The reason I joined them is for clout, essentially. They're going to pay for promotion and all that stuff. And that's a real reason. That's another reason you sign to Shady, any label. Shady doesn't handle the promotion part. They handle the creative part, which also I feel like they've dropped the ball on quite a few artists. Not 50, because he was kind of big enough to leave on his own. Mm-hmm. But Slaughterhouse, Joe went in today. He went in on multiple reasons why Shady Records fucked up the first Slaughterhouse album. And you can hear it on the album. But that's the reason I can't give it a 10. But he's still one of the best lyricists, and he still spits that fire. Yeah, I just feel like there's some contradicting messages.
Oh no, absolutely.
And then I also agree with the thing where I don't agree with. Obviously, we did an episode about Fab when that can't happen. We don't agree with domestic violence. I just don't agree. I just think it's kind of a weird message coming from Eminem telling Joe Budden, like his only diss at Joe Budden is like you have more hits with women or something like that, like hitting women.
Louisville Slugger and shit like that.
Yeah. So I was just like, that's a weird message when on Rap God, literally Rap God, he's talking about like there's a play on words about battering cake and battering women, and it's just like, all right, like it's kind of a weird. That's why 8.5. But let's go. You want to go into MGK? Oh, wait, everyone done on the album?
I'm ready for MGK, bro.
You ready for MGK?
Bring the fire.
So I think the one person he did get super hard was MGK, and I thought it was deserving. And let's go into the lyrics of what MGK. We're
gonna break it down for you.
We're gonna break it down. Let's get MGK's lyrics up. So, Jim, you're pretty much the only one pro MGK. So state your reasons why.
All right, because first off, the way that the punches that he was able to fucking throw at him, dude, like I feel like he was way more in your fucking face about it instead of like dancing. I felt like Eminem was dancing around shit in his album, and he wasn't like throwing it to him as hard as MGK was. And a lot of shit that MGK was saying was fucking pretty harsh and up there with certain things.
No,
you bringing
it was weak sauce.
Are you kidding me? Bringing somebody's daughter into shit.
It was like Tabasco to Sriracha.
No,
bro, you just listened to that shit just now before.
And I thought it was weak sauce the whole time.
Wait, I'm gonna play devil's advocate. I'm gonna play devil's advocate. He did get some good hits on him. I ain't gonna lie.
Wait, no, get the lyrics up. We gotta say specific.
Just do one that bout.
So, let's go. I'm gonna go in. I think my dad's gone crazy. Yeah, Haley, whatever. I don't care about that. He's just bored yelling at the mic. I don't care about that. You're just pretty much saying someone's old. Don't talk about Trick Trick. Now, I want to say, last album came out after this diss track came out. In the last episode, we literally just brought up Trick Trick, and I said, I'm never going to talk shit about Trick Trick. You're never too old to be scared of Trick Trick. I'm just saying. MGK is probably not allowed in Detroit for that one. But, then he's saying, and then I just hate about MGK. He always talks this tough shit. And he, like, when his first album came up, it was Lace Up, all that stuff, and he's like, I'm the bad boy, you know, whatever, because he was literally on Bad Boy, he was on Puff's label, still technically is, but we'll get into that. and he's like, I'm the bad boy, whatever. Album didn't sell that well. This was the same time Meek Mill had his first album. Mm-hmm. Kendrick Lamar had his first album at this time. He wasn't... MGK didn't stand a chance against them.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to follow up those two.
All of his albums haven't sold that well.
Not just that, man. Like, MGK tried coming at M, you know, like, about, like, sitting in a room with a dictionary and shit like that. Bro, that's dedication to your grind. That's dedication to your job. How do you even hate on someone's dedication to the grind? That's literally saying, I'm upset you're better than me. You might as well just say it outright and just acknowledge it.
Yeah.
M put in the work. He did the time.
Well,
and
it's going back to he's talking about like how M's talking that he's tough or whatever, and then MGK is like, no, I'm really tough. But it's like, yeah, you were your first album. Every album since he's been like pop emo rap.
No, absolutely. He's even got rock beats behind it, which is why I kind of fuck with him. MGK.
Yeah, no, but he's. My thing is he completely changed his style for what I feel for Interscope.
No, he absolutely did.
Because Puff doesn't call him. Puff doesn't pick up the phone for him anymore. He was real talk. The Bad Boy had their 20th anniversary. He was the only Bad Boy artist not there. Literally every artist except for Biggie, because obviously he's passed away. But every artist on Bad Boy except for MGK was there. And when they asked him at the time why I weren't there, he said, "Puff never called me."
I mean, that just goes to show.
Puff doesn't care about him. And then that's the other thing. He's coming at me. He's like, I got hits without Dr. Dre. One, you only had one hit, and it was Wild Boy. Two, you have Puff. Had Puff. Puff doesn't pick up the phone anymore, you said. You had Puff, and Puff gave Big Juicy. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Puff helped executive produce, gave him Hypnotize. Like, he came in there with the samples and said, he wasn't the one that actually produced it, but he executive produced it in the way he was like, hey, use this sample, Big, use this, rap on this will be the hit. So you have a hit maker, executive producer on you. You just don't utilize him properly. Yeah. So I feel like he's like, that was another one that was just like, I don't. Yeah. Then he's talking about, you're mad about a tweet. You say that now when Haley's 22 years old. You were tweeting about her when she was like 15, 16. Like, you look like a pervert. Of course he's not going to be okay with that.
Yeah.
Also, Puff barely acknowledges that Puff brought all of his artists from Interscope to Sony Epic when he transferred over, except MGK. MGK was left at Interscope.
Not only that, M even says he's been trying to keep it humble as fuck. So to not respond back to Jimmy's beef, which in Jimmy's opinion, and correct me if I'm wrong, I don't want to put words in your mouth, you're pretty much saying he's a punk because he never responded back, right?
I think that...
Well, it's been a day. I mean, he can't respond yet.
Yeah.
I mean, not for nothing.
I'm talking about the old shit.
Oh.
How's the best way that I can put this here? Are you talking about just like my whole opinion on him from the jump? Or
the fact that you said something, I believe, before the cast started, something along the lines of it took M so long to respond back type shit or something like that from the initial ish.
Which I agree. I mean,
it did. No, yeah. My thing is that that's kind of a punk move to be bringing up something from fucking 6 years.
And that's what I want to bring up. That's what I want to get to. Hold on. Let me finish my thought. That's what I'm saying. Ed's been keeping it humble. He's been keeping it clean, clear. Because, in my personal opinion, you guys already know how I feel about the rap hip-hop beef game. I think that shit is stupid as fuck.
Yeah, you do. You've mentioned that multiple times.
Absolutely. Everybody, I think, at this point in the show knows how I feel about the beef game. Like, you don't see rockers and that shit going, yo, yellow card. Y'all motherfuckers call us out. I'm gonna fuck you up.
And
that's part of the culture.
I feel you.
It actually does happen. They talk about a lot of that shit actually on Octane.
No, like, let me just... Here's the thing. This didn't just happen out of nowhere. Yeah, the tweet happened in 2012, but behind the scenes, The reason why I didn't bring it up, he was just trying to handle it behind the scenes. He's trying to be diplomatic, as you're trying to say. He's on Interscope. MGK at the time was on Interscope. That's why he called Puff and Jimmy, because he was trying to do a business thing. He wasn't trying to stop his money. He was trying to be like, hey, apologize for saying that my 16-year-old daughter, which is illegal in most states in America, is like, you think that she's looking good and like that. And then the thing is, MGK brought it up less than a year ago. MGK brought this up. He brought up in an interview. He's like, I'm not allowed to shave 4-5 because of a tweet. And then M didn't respond. And then he goes on Tech Nine's album and disses Eminem. And that's why Eminem dissed him on this thing. So like MGK is in like the whole thing that MGK that M waited.
But here's where I want to come from. This is what I'm trying to say.
MGK's been tapping him.
This is where I want. Let me finish my thought though. I haven't finished my thought. I've been trying to finish my thought. You guys have cut me off twice now.
Well,
This was my thought, though.
Well, no, I just asked you for your opinion. You gave me an opinion. Now I'm going to throw my shit out.
Yeah.
So, that being said, and it's going to take 5 seconds. Pretty much, in my personal opinion, I could be wrong. Sometimes I look too deep into shit. And pretty much, by not responding, was saying MGK is irrelevant. To a certain extent. I mean, if someone's not worth the time to come back with a diss when you know you're literally a rap god.
No, I think it was different. I think it was strictly business. I think M's on Interscope. MGK's on Interscope under Puff.
Yeah.
So I think it was just to keep diplomatic with Puff. It's real talk. I think that was the only reason that he tried to do it behind the scenes. But then,
either way, I think M's the bigger man. Fuck the beef.
No, he's got to come back with bars right now.
Yeah,
he can't leave it still.
I'll put money on it that he's gonna fucking destroy MGK. Like, it's,
well, that's all he's got.
If he responds back without a doubt, he's gonna break out his dictionary and he's gonna fucking crush him with it.
Well, not even that. In this age, all you have
closed the book.
All you have to do is just name your record sales, and that's like.
That's why I think the beef. That's what it always comes down to.
Yeah, but that's like saying that. Hold on, that's like saying though. Then if like say fucking the same shit happened with M and like Cassidy. And fucking and look at the record sales between the difference there, but Cassie would destroy the.
Cassie would have actually said something. That's my thing. I don't feel like MGK said anything real.
No, he didn't.
Honestly, though, if you look at just the punchline, how he says it, the way he delivers his lines, and how he's doing it.
Sonically, it sounds good, but he doesn't say anything real. No. Like, that's what I'm saying. I could go for bar and be like, this doesn't make sense with how you're like your career. He's even like joking about his looks, and it's like, I didn't realize this, but people started putting up a meme. They started showing like pictures of his hairline from when he came out and now. Like, he's obviously had plastic surgery. Like, so why are you coming at people's looks? Allegedly.
I mean, everybody comes at everybody's fucking looks, though.
You gotta look at it. I look at it this way. Not everyone is as educated in the game as you. So you just got somebody like, yo, this dude just fucking dissed Eminem. Holy shit. And they don't know everything you just mentioned.
That's why I got podcasts.
That's what I'm put the word out. But I'm saying, though, like, you know, they're going to just take it as face value.
Exactly. Like, that's what I'm saying. If you don't deliver it in a way that fucking people are going to, like, understand it universally, kind of, then...
Well, that's why I think M's got to respond, and he's just got to lay it out. MGK, you are left at Interscope by Diddy. Your album sales are going down. You've had to switch to pop rap because doing punk rap didn't sell for you.
You're becoming irrelevant, bro, and you're only, what, 25?
Even bigger, how are you the one artist that wasn't on the Bad Boy tour?
I fuck with Macklemore more than you.
How are you the one bad boy? You were literally. It was you. You're one of the only artists. There's only 2 artists signed to Bad Boy right now. French Montana and his son, Diddy's son, and Diddy. But I don't count those 2. Count. Yeah, that's family.
Trash.
There's French Montana and MGK. MGK is the only one also left on Interscope. Everyone else is on Epic right now. Puff has literally forgotten about him. So I think he's just got to mention that. He's got to mention the fact, like, no, it wasn't that you mentioned my daughter as a grown woman. You mentioned her when she was a child. You're right. On face value, yeah.
But do you think that he was really saying it like that, though? Or is he just trying to just fucking take shots at fucking M from the jump with that?
Doesn't matter. It's the context.
I get it.
Well, no, wait, what specific part? The Haley part?
Yeah.
Haley now or Haley back then?
Back then.
No, I think I do think it was a genuine joke, and I think he wanted, and then that's why M wanted to handle it behind the scenes.
Word.
But then, as I said, this past year, MGK has literally been. He mentioned in an interview, and then he said to Angela Yee, "I'll be honest, honestly, in kind of a begging way, it's like, hey, can you please talk to M, because she used to work for M. She used to work at Shady 4-5. He's like, hey, so can you figure out like." He's like, oh, I don't know. Did he try to play it off? He's like, no, I mean, it'd be great to be up there, but, you know, don't go out of your way. He was like, and then he disses him a few months later on Tech Nine's album. That's my only thing. It's just like...
It's not like you butthurt.
Yeah, no, it's like, you bring it up publicly when M tried to handle it behind the scenes, and he's the one bringing it up after 6-7 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was the one that really brought it up after 6-7 years. M was just the one responding.
I mean, it's
just that MGK, unfortunately, until now, MGK wasn't relevant enough for people to care that he was talking about Eminem.
Facts. I didn't know MGK until, I ain't gonna hold you, probably last year or so. Last 2 years.
I've known about MGK for a hot minute.
I've known
because there's also a bunch, like, I listen to a lot of EDM too. There's a lot of fucking remixes that he's like involved with too and stuff like that too, and like, you know, the artist license out like his like sound bites and shit like that for like their songs and shit.
I've been a fan since about, I can't think which one was first, the Bad Boy cover or not the Bad Boy cover, the freshman XXL freshman cover, or him signing to Bad Boy, which one I followed first. But it was around that time, and I liked him because he was different. He was trying to be honestly, he kind of seemed like Nirvana, kind of Green Day-ish, but for rap. He was trying to be like the punk rock rap.
He wanted to be the bad boy of hip-hop.
No pun intended.
Yeah. Damn, I hate that shit.
Yeah.
I do that shit all the time.
Yeah, but no, I like that style. And then after the first album didn't sell that well, he went immediately switched to pop.
Yeah.
And then he's going at M right now. He's like, you haven't said anything in we haven't cared about you in years, which honestly is true, which I'm going to get more into in the Joe Budden thing. Like, there was some parts in his diss was true, but I feel like a lot of the major punches that I felt like he really could have hit him weren't like, just like, weren't
poorly executed.
Yeah, poorly executed. Like, he kept on saying he's old, and it's like, age hits. For me, I'm like, I'm the youngest one here, and I think that's kind of corny, because age hits everyone.
Yeah.
No, it affects.
And I'm saying that as the youngest person in this room. I'm just like,
shit, I've been dealing with that shit for the past 2-3 years. You know
so
what I'm saying?
Like, I feel like hating on someone because of their age is dumb. It's just
personally, I think if you're hating on someone's age, if it's a younger thing, I get it, kind of. But if you're coming at someone older than you, typically that motherfucker's been on Earth and got more wisdom. It's just facts. That's how we view the older generation. That's why we don't have 20-year-old presidents. We have 50-year-old presidents. You know what I'm saying? They've done this shit. They've been through this shit.
And even like just to be in the game for as long as he's been.
Word.
Like, I mean, you can't really knock M. Like, I mean, yeah, all right, he's getting up there in age, but he's been doing it for what?
He can still do it.
I can knock the last decade of his work.
Yes.
No, you can. You can.
Hands down.
I will say that. Because someone put it into perspective. 2008 was Relapse, which was when his comeback, and all of his albums since then have been that great, except for honestly Kamikaze's been the
Not
best
for
one.
nothing. Like, I didn't really like the Rap God album. Like that whole. What one was that on?
That was Marshall Mathers LP2.
Yeah, I really wasn't a fan.
I liked the album. I didn't like the concept art.
It was weird.
I didn't like the idea of calling it the Marshall Mathers LP2. It didn't make sense to me.
But I mean, like, the point I was trying to make is like the dude, yeah, he's been, he had a shaky 10 years. I agree with y'all. But the dude dropped something.
No, he's still my favorite rapper.
Yeah, like you're still gonna care. Like, you're
More
still
than
like,
50?
let me get a listen.
More than 50. I know I don't talk about him as much because there's not much to talk about, especially his past 10 years.
Well, he's not as relevant until recently.
Yeah, and
Who,
to be
50?
No, M.
Oh, M.
Like, he was surprised that M is my favorite rapper. No, M is my favorite rapper. He's lyrically no one. The Marshall Mathers LP is the best, bar for bar. That's the best lyrical album.
Dude rhymed orange.
I think my favorite hip hop album of all time, just like sonically, I don't know. It's Marshall Mathers LP2 or Ready to Die, Biggie's first album. Biggie's first album was changed my life.
was
I'm not gonna
fire.
lie.
That shit was fire. Yeah.
Yeah. Like Get Rich or Die Trying is not. It's top 5. It's not my favorite rap album. Definitely not. 50's definitely my top 5 rappers. Not my number 1. If we're going songwriters that are rappers, yeah, he'll be my number 1. Because he knows how to write hooks. He knows how to do like. He knows how to make a hit in that way. But if we're going bar for bar, no, my money's gonna always be on him.
Yeah.
Absolutely, 100%.
But I want to go into the Joe Budden diss. Cause are we done with the MGK?
Yes.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. So I want to talk about the Joe Budden diss. So Joe Budden deconstructed. Oh no! So this is where it's gonna get heated. Because Joe Budden, he said some real facts, but at the same time, I think he's wussing out. He's saying a lot. He's talking a lot, and I think old Joe Budden could back it up. I don't know if new Joe Budden.
I thought you almost said Jew Budden.
So did I was like, oh, the Jew Budden. Some
My
new
bad.
Jewish hip hop artist.
So Joe Budden was dissecting the album, and he was like, he said M sounds hurt because which it's obvious on the album. It sounds hurt, and I don't hold that against him or whatever. And then he went into why.
I feel like he owns that shit though.
Yeah, I feel that's why it's really. But he went into why Slaughterhouse was ruined by. Well, he says he takes credit for it because he was the one that stopped stuff because he was just like, they weren't working for us. So, and all the group loves M. But at the end of the day, he kind of blames Shady Records, which I do agree because as a fan, you look at the time, as soon as they got to Shady, it slowed up. And he brought up another point. How many Shady artists that are signed to Shady Records right now did he shout out on the album?
I don't know.
None.
Yeah, I was gonna say none.
None. There were no Shady Records. No art, unless D12 is still somehow. But he said D12 is dead, so it doesn't matter if they're on paperwork. They're still signed to the album because they're not making music.
Yeah.
He has new artists. He's not saying anything about that. So I agree with Joe on that. I agree with Joe a lot of stuff, and I agree that Joe, at all the people that M dissed on the album, I think Joe's the only one that bar for bar can really say something and hit him lyrically. But then Joe, at the end of this entire time, he's like, "Oh, I could beat M, but I'm retired." And he's like, the only way I'll come out is if M does a song that's not part of his rollout. He's using this vague excuse, which I kind of give at the same time. I think it's just him wussing out because I think he knows he's been retired so long that he can't just go in the booth and go at M right now.
He needs to brush it off.
Yeah, I think Joe is talking a lot that he can't back up. He keeps saying he's retired. He needs to prove it. And that whole. It's just M's just doing it for his rollout. If you really cared, he'd diss me not for a rollout. You diss him then if you're not doing a rollout.
Don't write checks
you know what?
that your ass can't cash.
No, even better. You gotta deal with Spotify.
wrong.
You gotta deal with Spotify and Revolt. If he's doing it for a rollout, why don't you utilize it for your rollout? And he says, I do it for the art. But yeah, might as well. If you're saying you can beat Eminem, stop hiding behind the I'm retired thing. Beat Eminem.
Word.
Come at him. At the same time, I love you, Joe Budden. I love the Joe Budden podcast. It's great. Go watch the Joe Budden podcast to hear all of his stuff. But I'm just saying, Joe, you gotta stop hiding behind you're retired. You could do that with Russ. You can do that. You can't do that with Eminem.
No.
Especially when you kind of came at him first with Slaughtermouse. You even admit now, like he did a song called Slaughtermouse on his last album before he retired, where he was kind of vaguely saying like, "Do you even realize we're signed on the label? Because we never see you, and when we do, you change the songs or mute verses, and then change the beats and like M was doing some weird stuff like that, which you could kind of tell. It's like the Slaughterhouse album on Shady Records sounds like Eminem presents Slaughterhouse. It doesn't sound like a Slaughterhouse album.
Yeah.
It
That was
doesn't.
like stealing the identity from him, essentially.
No, not it. It just sounds like he. It just sounds
He's
like
putting his brand all over it.
Well, no. Joe said that anytime he would hand the music in, they'd be like, "It's not the right shape. We need a couple more songs." And that was Interscope saying it. And then anytime they got new beats in, whenever they heard that, they'd be Eminem beats. So that's what I'm saying. Like a lot of beats were Eminem. He ended up having like 4 verses on the song. On that album, like 4 or 5 verses, which has got to be like the most amount of verses he's done for any of his. And it's just like, it sounded like Eminem presents And then the second single they had was a CeeLo Green single. Slaughterhouse should not be doing a CeeLo Green single. Why is Slaughterhouse doing a CeeLo Green single? Who is Shady greenlit the CeeLo Green single? I want to know. I want someone, Paul Rosenberg. I will call Goliath. I have Goliath's number. Y'all hung up on me before. Y'all won't hang up on me this time, I swear.
Wait, rewind that back.
I used to want to be a rapper. Goliath and Shady Records are in the same building in New York, for people who don't know. I wanted to get signed to Shady. But this was when I first wanted to be a rapper. But even early on, I started seeing what happened with Slaughterhouse and 50. And I was like, Shady and Interscope might not be right for me. I mean, rap wasn't right for me in general, but at the time, but I've never been like out about it because there's been no reason to be out about it. But
Do you still have the tracks?
We would love to hear your shit.
No, they're all gone.
Damn.
Bullshit.
They're all gone.
Calling bullshit.
Nothing's ever deleted forever, Matty.
They're collecting.
They're around somewhere.
What is your IP address?
We're never.
Wow.
We're never. I've joked about with another rapper I did a music video for. He said, because I told him that story, and then he was like, so have you ever thought about rapping again? And I honestly said, if I did it, I'd do it on some puffy shit. I don't write rhymes, I write checks. Like, I'd get a ghostwriter, have him write some hits for me, get some good publishing off the side,
Hi.
He said hi.
I mean, if you're down, YOLO. I got a couple of concepts, I just need some bars.
We got you.
Alright, YOLO. Let's have.
We're about to drop a hip hop group.
All right, so February 14th, the Valentine's Day Massacre is dropping. No, it's not gonna drop. But no, so back to Joe Budden. No, we're done with Joe Budden. Release a diss track. Come at Eminem. Stop the bullshit. All right, next topic. Unless anyone's got anything to say. No one's heard the podcast. Go listen to the 3-hour Joe Budden podcast. He went in for 3 hours.
I feel like you don't open up with the 3-hour portion.
3 fucking hours.
3 hours. He went in for like 2 on Eminem, and then the last hour on like the Breakfast Club, because the Breakfast Club shit on his 2 co-hosts.
Damn.
Kind of unfairly in some cases. Like Charlemagne's diss towards Rory. I think he may have been joking, but I don't know if that's really his real reason he doesn't like Rory. He said he doesn't like when white people talk about the culture, meaning hip hop. Which I don't agree with, because if we're gonna really
music, B.
Well,
yeah.
Not even that. If we're gonna really segment stuff like that, hip hop came from New York. Then
Facts.
you shouldn't be talking about hip hop culture either, Charlemagne.
Facts.
But I think he's joking. But if he really does think like that, then it's like, nah. Then hip hop came from New York. If we're gonna keep it like really segmented like that,
everything come from New York.
Hip hop
came from New York.
I don't want to give people get it twisted. It's obviously black culture in New York, but it's New York. You're not from New York. You're from South Carolina.
Right.
That's just facts. He reps it proudly, which is not. There's no problem with South Carolina.
No.
But if we're gonna segment stuff like that,
let's call it facts.
That's facts. Like then
Keep
it's
100.
Then fine. If we're gonna, then yeah, it's black culture, but it's black New York culture.
Word.
Then we're gonna segment it. Then let's really segment it. If we're gonna segment it, that's just.
And if that's the case, then that's like saying black people can't say shit about rock.
Well,
What?
I think they technically.
That's dumb as fuck.
I think didn't black people kind of invent rock? White people kind of popularized it. Well, here's how I think.
It's a mixture.
Here's how
It's a mixture.
Personally, I think music.
Because rock came from jazz.
I get what you're saying. I brought it into our medium, film.
Well, there's a reason why Elvis is considered the king of rock.
Well,
But originated, I hear you.
Rock
No,
came from
exactly.
jazz, and there's both white and black.
Exactly.
So that's like
Spanish.
saying
exactly.
jazz came from blues, and blues came from
all
blah,
over
blah, blah, blah,
jazz
blah.
artists.
You know, something always evolved from something else.
But that's why I think he was kind. I think he was kind of.
I
joking.
hope he was joking.
Pretty sure I knew a dude who was like green back in the day who used to do jazz.
That was,
What?
No, I'm just fucking.
Well, I'm just even think about like film. Was it Thomas Edison made the first film camera or some shit like that?
Yeah.
And then there was another person who was vaguely credited as doing it, but there was some patent issue. He actually disappeared as some weird shit, but he was also white. So it's but think of all the great black films that we miss if like we segmented stuff like that. Like we
I'm just
can't
tired of the bullshit,
segment,
man.
We can't segment art like that.
That's like that's like saying you can't listen to this. To
Art
that
doesn't
because
have a fucking race.
Exactly.
Or a sex.
Art is supposed to be.
I think you should appreciate the culture it came from, but I don't think you should say. I don't think that means that any other culture can't. You can't love it and also discuss it.
Yeah.
In a deep way.
Plus, this is America,
everybody's
Also,
stolen from everybody.
No,
Also,
absolutely.
Yeah.
the reason I think it's a little
Look at trap music. How many, bro? You can vouch for me because you went to high school with me. How much shit did I get for dressing and acting the way I did?
A lot.
What is all the trap motherfuckers doing right now?
Dressing how I used to dress.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But look,
Kick rocks.
Well, no. Here's my other thing though.
Blow chops.
Rory on the Joe Budden podcast, I honestly think, and I think he's honestly like informed about hip hop. He's not just some white guy who doesn't know about hip hop. Like he's actually very well informed.
That's me.
Well, yeah, but you admit it. Like
Absolutely.
he's not saying I'm all about hip hop, and that you're not saying you're all about hip hop when you're not really all about it.
I love it, but
Yeah,
not
he's-
like that.
He's saying I like the hip hop culture, and I feel like he's informed about the hip hop culture, even somewhat more than me, I would say, because he's actually in New York City and he's actually been around like a lot
He's
of
living
artists.
the life,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
He's not just watching it; he's experiencing it.
On the flip side, I don't want to say, Andrew, like on Charlamagne's podcast, he's got a white co-host, Andrew Schultz. Love Andrew. I've actually DM'd him a lot of times. Andrew is great, but he talks about hip hop on the show. I get that's not their main focus, and he admits he's not a hip hop guy, which I guess is the main differentiation. But at the same time, like he talks about hip hop on the podcast, and I love Andrew, but he doesn't know what he's talking about. A lot of times, he admits he doesn't know what he's talking about, but he doesn't know what he's talking about.
I gotta check this guy out. We have common ground.
No, it's a great. A Brilliant Idiots podcast honestly inspired a lot of the way I market this podcast.
Right.
The way we do, and I'll fully admit it because like I'm not gonna deny it. Andrew has DMs with me like trying to like get jobs working for him on the Brilliant Idiots. Like if I'm not gonna deny it because he could literally post that shit.
Listen, innovators are the good ones. The best are the thieves.
no.
Shakespeare.
Well, no, I don't feel like I stole anything from them except for the way.
Well, no, geniuses always borrow from the greats. It's just what it is. It's
What I specifically took.
intellect at its finest.
The way I got into them was I was a fan of Charlamagne first, and then I found out he had a podcast, but I didn't want to listen to an hour podcast with someone I didn't know, someone else I didn't know. But then initially on their YouTube channel, they just posted clips, like 5-minute clips. They didn't post the full episodes yet, and I just watched those clips, and those clips were fire. And then they eventually started posting the full video episodes, and then that's why I adapted the marketing of let me post the trailers on Instagram because people's attention span have just gone down. I don't think you can. I don't think it makes sense to post like 5-minute clips, 10-minute clips.
That's why I hate people nowadays.
I feel like people are on just two ends of the spectrum. They either have like a minute long one or they can last 2 hours. So that's why it's like if they can last the 1 minute and they want to hit the link, I feel like they'll last at least the first 20 minutes to an hour.
Word.
And the analytics actually shows it. So yeah, but no, I'm a huge. So that's why I feel like it's a little hypocritical, but also why I think he was joking. Although he did come at the other co-host Maul pretty hard for because Maul said the Breakfast Club has 2 months or something like that, and then like that's Charlamagne was like, why doesn't anyone tell him he's wrong? It's
Yeah, I like Charlamagne.
I love Charlamagne. That's the thing. I love Charlamagne. That's why it's weird talking about, but I love Charlamagne.
Right,
It's weird saying anything like remotely negative, but I think even if he listens, if he ever does listen, which I doubt he will, he'll listen to the whole context and he understands
Listen,
where I'm
man, in
coming
this
from.
industry, someone's always going to say something negative about something you've said or done in the past. It's just part of the field. You know, you enter this media world, your life's under a fucking microscope.
Yeah.
You
Hey,
can't shit without someone knowing.
I just want to say some breaking news, guys.
Breaking news.
Breaking fucking news as of like 3 hours ago or some shit like that.
What happened?
That's not really
What
bad.
did
Oh yeah,
Takashi
no.
do?
Actually, no. It was at 1:41. Vanilla Ice
Oh my god.
Shit.
just landed.
Just as good.
Just landed from Dubai. Now there. Vanilla Ice came from Dubai to JFK, right? Mm-hmm. So he tweeted. So I just landed from Dubai, and now there's like tons of ambulances and fire trucks and police all over the place. Okay, and it's then tweets again shortly after. This is crazy. Apparently, there are over 100 people sick on the bottom floor. Some happy up top. Double-decker plane 380. So essentially, okay. Oh wait.
Vanilla Ice getting all the breaking news right now.
Yo, for real. All right. So,
What's with all the white rappers this week?
yo, I
I
have
don't
no
know, bro. It's
idea.
at that time of the year, I guess.
Apparently, when the flight.
September's National White Rapper Month.
We come out after the summer because it's too hot out and we don't want to burn.
There you
We
go.
Okay.
can't get. We sensitive to light.
So apparently, what happened was when they had landed, a bunch of like passengers apparently were like feeling very ill and sick and like out of the blue very suddenly and so and everything. So They're all been quarantined. It does not state.
Oh god, they're gonna quarantine
It
America's
doesn't state
greatest treasure,
right now.
Vanilla Ice.
Vanilla Ice.
Put that man in the freezer.
There you go.
Go ninja, go ninja.
Best song he's ever done.
Ninja,
Right
go
now, they
ninja,
said tests are being underdone.
Go. They probably got SARS.
Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. So other than the 100 or whatever, the rest of the passengers were allowed to leave.
Oh, okay.
But they were nearly trapped. They were
Thank you,
trapped for
Vanilla
over for what it seems to be just up until like from 5 o'clock. So that's almost like 3 hours being quarantined by the fucking.
That sucks.
Damn.
And the other people are still being tested.
And now,
I wonder.
Biological
zombie
attack
apocalypse.
via Vanilla Ice.
Vanilla Ice is
passengers
subject
on the
0.
plane.
It's victim 0.
Vanilla Ice victim
Ground zero.
I really wonder if
Victim X.
I really wonder because I honestly in that situation I would be that asshole. I wouldn't do it in any other situation except for probably that one.
I mean, I hope it's just coincidence, and that there isn't actually some biological attack or something like that tried to be like happen or something like that.
I would pull the celebrity card. I would try, even if I was Vanilla Ice. I'd be go.
I don't think the anthrax works with a celebrity card, bro.
Ice,
No,
hit us up, baby.
no, for him to
we
get
got
out
a
of the
movie deal in the
plane.
making.
You know, I'll be like, hey, can you do me first? Dude, have you seen Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2?
Remember that great song?
Yeah.
That was me.
That's on his
I'll
greatest.
build your house, bro.
That's what I'm saying. If honestly in that situation, like I would want to be one of the first people to get my. I would definitely pull a celebrity
for
card.
real.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm shameless. Whatever. YOLO. That's why
I
I
got a
got
concert I
podcasts.
gotta go to. Can I get the fuck off this
Word.
plane?
Word.
Not even like that. Like I would just want to know if I was sick first. Like
Celebrity
So
privilege.
I gotta be on the job site at 6:30, bro.
no. I would just want to know if I'm dying. Like please just let me know.
I don't care.
Well, no, because
If I'm dead, my problems are over.
well, no. If
The
I'm
fuck do I care?
yeah, if I'm dead, my problems are over. But dying, I have a couple more hours. Maybe I could get laid.
There you go.
I could hit up.
Fool, you're diseased.
That is
You
definitely.
fuck another diseased person.
Why are you so diseased, Matthew?
No. Well, is it sexually transmitted?
Doesn't matter. You're dying.
Yeah.
you're right.
No, no. Because
You die?
I don't want like. Here's the
You
thing.
don't want to go to heaven with like herpes or something.
No.
That shit passes on beyond the
herpes
sea.
is forever,
I don't wanna-
apparently.
no, I don't
That
wanna-
shit
Keep on
clings
giving.
onto your soul.
What do you mean? Apparently, what happened to you this past weekend?
Oh, man. Well, my soul left my body a bunch of times at Izu.
We'll get to that in a minute. Vanilla Ice.
The herpes has nothing to do with Izu, by the way. Let's
We
make
went down
sure
a
we
rabbit hole. We should
let's
never
make sure
enter.
we
Yeah.
separate them
I
two.
love that we
real
went from
fucking
vanilla
no, but
ice
what
to
I was saying is,
herpes.
I don't want to transfer the deadly disease to the woman, even if I'm gonna
Well,
die.
that's what I'm saying. You just find another like
Disease-ridden
victim.
woman.
Yeah.
Well, no, that's why I'm asking. Is that deadly disease sexually transmitted? Because if it's not, I'm just gonna hit up any. I'm gonna hit up. I'm not gonna lie. I'll be.
Ain't no one want to help your disease-ridden ass, Matty.
Dude, I will
You
totally.
cannot fuck if your dick don't work.
I will be pathetic if I have 3 hours to live and it won't transfer to the woman. I will hit up women I know. I'll be like, yo, I literally have 3 hours left to live.
He's
Please,
looking for that pity fuck.
please don't let me die not getting laid.
I was gonna say just go to Hunts Point, you in the city. Just get a
You can find a
prostitute.
prostitute. Prostitutes are people too.
Yeah, but I'm a Cancer. I need to have some like emotional connection with the woman.
No.
Yeah, I'm weird.
You paid her money. There's your emotional
Just
connection.
pay her extra $50
You
to
have an
snuggle
emotional
with
connection
you.
to money, right? So I guess that does it for you right there.
And I don't have an emotional
Got you.
connection to money.
I'm here for you.
I just jerk off to it.
And
That got
no,
awkward.
people, we do not
No, I'm
condone
kidding.
soliciting prostitution. That is highly illegal. Never
Unless you're
done
in
that
Vegas.
shit.
No, prostitutes need money
Unless
too.
you're in
I
Vegas.
condone that
Oh yeah,
shit.
Vegas, that
Shout
shit's
out to
illegal.
Vegas.
So
If
go
it's-
hit up some escorts.
If it's safe
Money
and
ranch.
consensual and the woman is not getting hurt, woman and or male,
I'm
are not
for
getting
it.
hurt.
Of course.
You make money how you want to make money,
Yeah,
girl.
I'm about it.
And dude.
I haven't.
I mean, it is the world's oldest
And then-
profession.
And
It really
Us.
is, though.
Yeah, it is.
her, him.
But
Behind farmers.
okay, well, my thing is like if here I have a weird thing. I don't want to use a prostitute, but I think it should be legal because like why are we? I think like that's why pimps like a lot of prostitutes end up getting hurt by pimps because like they're illegal, so they have to go to the underground. They gotta have some protection, which doesn't end up really always protecting them.
But if it
and stuff
wasn't
like that.
legal, you wouldn't have pimps.
That's what I'm saying. It should be legal.
Oh, okay.
It shouldn't be.
My fault.
It shouldn't be illegal anyway. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I don't want it for me Because again, I'm a Cancer. I need some emotional connection.
Pimps
But-
now become agents.
Yeah, I was gonna say they should become
I don't
general
know, bro.
managers.
If you go out to certain strip clubs, them girls can almost make you have an emotional connection. Steve would know.
Damn.
Well, can't show this to my girlfriend now.
Mind you, this was like a while.
This was a while ago.
Long while ago.
That's
Yo,
that's
God.
so. It's,
that
I don't.
butt.
I don't agree with that, Jim.
bitches.
I don't agree with that. But yo, give me the.
Ian, you weren't at that strip club.
Give me,
Yo.
give me the address later.
Yo,
Give me the
Do you
address
know
later.
a girl who can play?
she
did fucking basically butt pong.
Yeah, she put a plastic cup in between her cheeks, and I sunk $1 bill in
And
that bitch.
while she was twerking, people.
While she was twerking.
I don't-
Ness
Yes.
cup
With the cup stayed in there.
Stayed.
I
We
don't.
got footage.
I don't know any women
do.
that want to get naked in front of me.
What?
Well, he asked if do I know any women that want to.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait, what?
That is the first step, Matthew.
That's
Typically.
That's my point.
That's typically how it leads to sex.
I mean, nah, you can just do the old quickaroo, just pull it out.
Just
Or,
put
mean,
pants down and ba ba ba.
There's that weird thing I heard that some people do with bed sheets.
Nope. I've never heard of it.
It's called ghosting. I've done it.
Going ghost, Steve?
Going ghost.
Going ghost. All right, Danny Phantom. Fuck.
I'm the box ghost. Because I'm in that box.
In the box.
Right.
So many references there.
So, that was so many. I'm
There's
sorry.
layers and layers.
God.
Next topic.
Next
Sheets.
topic. So Colin Kaepernick, the
Hey.
Nike. I want to talk about this because this is
I love you, Colin.
facts. I love Colin Kaepernick.
This is a hot topic.
Nike did an ad. Nike did an ad for the 30th anniversary, and they gave Colin Kaepernick one of the people. He's not even just the only one. He's one of them. There's two.
I believe so.
I thought I saw a couple.
I definitely saw two though.
Oh, well, there's been a lot of memes, so maybe not all of them are real. But so even then, even if he was the only one, YOLO, give him that.
Give him the money. Fuck it.
Yo, he did what nobody else would do, and he's still doing it.
Facts. No, that was a powerful message on the Nike ad. But there's so many people mad at Nike, and they're burning their shoes.
Yes, because they're all punks, and they don't understand. The worst part is half these motherfuckers that are pissed off about Colin didn't even serve their country, don't even know what the fuck's up. He's got his Second Amendment right, his First Amendment right, his Third Amendment right, his Fourth Amendment right, all them rights, and y'all just gonna shit on him because he took a knee because of freedom of speech or some shit, make it something about that.
Technically, it's considered like honoring someone when you take a knee in front of like their grave and shit.
Well, I think we should. That's another point. When he wanted to protest, he talked to a Marine, and that's specifically what the Marine said to him. The way you peacefully do stuff like that is you take a knee.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
for that
makes sense.
That's a Marine, B.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone else who has served alongside me.
Oh.
Yeah.
If you notice, if you notice, all the people who have served aren't really upset about this. What the fuck's the issue?
I don't understand the purpose of you already bought the apparel.
Yeah.
Why light it on?
Well,
Give it to the homeless vet.
He was.
Word. For real.
We will rock that shit. Not that I'm homeless.
He's really
Let's get
homeless.
that straight.
I would never.
He's a hobo. He rides tracks.
I mean, I'm broke as
That
shit. Don't get me
sounded
wrong.
really bad. That sounded really
Whoa.
bad. Yo, did you see the dude that actually lit his
I
shoes
saw
on
that
fire
tweet. That shit was.
while still in his shoes?
Fuck that asshole,
That's
man.
called natural selection at that
Yes,
point.
that's like
I'm
literally
for
happened.
that shit.
The last tweet killed me. It was like, I'm in the hospital, and it's just his feet are burned.
Yeah,
That's great.
No, you know what's the funniest thing? And not to go back to the Joe Budden podcast, but they mentioned it today. And if you notice, all the people that are burning and cutting up their shit, it's all like the $20 Nikes.
Yeah.
Word.
It's the $5. No one's
No.
burning their Jordans.
No.
No one's burning their Drakes.
They're getting this shit on
No one's-
sale.
No one's burning any of that. Yeah, they've had that shit for 10 years.
Yep. Got no price
worn out.
value. No
Nike,
resale.
Yeah, Nike does not care about y'all burning your old ass socks.
Nobody cares.
At that point, they already got your money, fools.
Yep.
It's
Great. There was a great meme
Yeah,
I
man.
saw that said that if we could get country music and NASCAR to sponsor him, a lot of these right wing people won't have anything.
Word.
yo.
For real.
That'd be great.
Colin Kaepernick as a NASCAR driver.
Oh my
Yo.
god.
Oh my god. That you know what's interesting? It's even talking about recently because he's suing the NFL.
Yeah.
And his case is starting to actually go through.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Good for him.
the court has
My
actually.
man's gonna get paid.
He's essentially suing them
if he
for
wins.
keeping him out of the NFL and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Essentially
yeah.
blackballing
They
him
blacklisted him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because of taking a knee.
They ruined his career.
Yeah.
for standing up for your freedom of speech.
Yep.
Yep.
You know what's funny?
For standing up for something you.
It's like, this is gonna sound harsh. I respect this man greatly for what he's done.
Colin?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Realistically, he wasn't a good football player. Like,
Well, here's the thing. I don't
He
watch
was a
football.
decent-
he was okay. Like, he
Yeah.
got the 49ers, I think, to the Super
But no,
Bowl.
definitely
that
a lot of
was
his
it.
clout's coming from this controversial
Well, yeah,
situation.
yeah.
But that shows who he is as a person.
Absolutely,
And he
and
still
that's why I
lost
say I
a
respect him.
multi-million-dollar deal.
Yeah, and I don't. And we should explain. We don't think he did it for the clout.
No, he
I don't,
absolutely
yeah,
did.
no. We don't think he did it for clout. It gave him clout because of everyone's reaction to it.
But that's not what he
exactly.
expected from it.
Exactly. I don't.
Like, no one said anything. Like, that's the thing. Like, I don't understand this thing. When football players take a knee to pray, no one bats an eye.
Nope.
Technically, it's the NFL. That's really like, you know, a religious thing that shouldn't really be, you know, in there. But it is. So, you know, where's the line?
Well, here's my question to you. I'm going to take it a step further. Forget religion. I was going to say fuck religion. Nothing personal against y'all. I ain't saying that. But if religion don't belong in football, I'm not saying that's what you said. I'm just stating. If religion doesn't belong in football, then why the fuck is the government in the football game? When did the national anthem? I get it. It's out of respect for our country. We're paying homage to, you know, America, well, USA specifically.
Yeah.
But
It's
why?
actually- you know,
what
it's
the fuck
actually-
does that have to do
It's
with?
technically illegal. They're
Yeah,
mono-
why is the
not
government
for nothing,
doing
that's
anything
not
for
for
the
nothing.
business?
That's
They're
just
mono-
like the same thing as in North Korea, where they have to sing their nation's thing in order to greet the big leader and shit.
They're monetizing off the anthem.
Yes.
They actually, from what I understand, they actually are. I believe it was Ebro from Hot 97 that was talking about this, and he was talking about facts, just talking about Colin Kaepernick. The national anthem was not always used to be a part of football games. It only used to be during the Super Bowl and pretty much just the major playoff games. Now every game they do it, and the reason why is, if you notice, there's U.S. Army advertisements.
No, absolutely.
That they
Advertisements.
actually pay to have the national anthem. From what I understand, pay for the national anthem to be in every football
And
game.
All right, so in cool story, they're an advertisement. The government still has no say and should have no say in what goes on in the NFL.
That's like saying Sabrett hot dogs has like
Word.
has say about what
Are delicious.
Yes, they are. But
That's not
has
what
say about what fucking player goes to what team.
Well, so you guys got to educate me on this. So from my understanding, and I haven't followed too much of how he's been blackballed, I just know he's definitely has been blackballed.
So this is basically what's happening. Because the teams who have the from what at least this is my understanding of it, that a lot of the big contributors to the corporation, like different team corporations, so let's say 49ers for example, the team at the corporations as a whole, the 49ers was losing stock.
Yeah.
Their stock was
It
going
ultimately
down.
turned down to nobody wanted to take that type of heat.
It was business.
And-
It's all business.
It was all about the impact of
yeah, that's from what I understand.
And the NFL Players Association, along with the owners of the teams, had a big meeting, and it basically was like they basically told him you're supposed to stand.
Yeah.
We're paying you.
Yeah,
This is technically our policy.
That's-
and
yeah.
But their authority ends where he wants it to.
No, all right. So that was my understanding of it. So then, government part. Where is the government coming on that?
So, all right, we'll start with Trump at the top. Trump was literally saying that they should be fined if they take a knee.
Oh yeah, he was just adding heat to the fire.
Yeah, he had a lot of heat though,
yeah.
and then a lot of the NFL
he's
Look,
a cunt.
The
He's a
NFL now
walking
is
dumpster
trying to
fire.
fine motherfuckers for taking a knee in the NFL.
Yeah,
you cannot do that. You can't do it. You can't.
Nope.
yes and no. Do I agree with
Because
that?
technically
No.
each
Yes,
team
it's
have
a
every-
poli-
here's
it's
the
a
thing is, though,
policy. It's like-
technically each team is a private organization.
Yeah.
So technically, if when you sign on to be a company, unless it like.
Yeah.
They can almost fire you for any reason. Just the same job that Steve and I work
absolutely,
at.
absolutely.
They can literally fire you for any reason that they like.
But you have to violate the contract.
Not always.
Depending on
In
the
the
clause.
NFL, you have to be able to break the contract.
But
That's why they
it's
all
not
have-
about changing their contracts. About they could change the policy of the corporation's
That's what they did.
policy, and then the players' contracts will violate things in it could violate what the new policies are and shit.
They basically took out like any loopholes. So they're gonna be like, this is just company policy. We will fine you if you do not go with company policy. And
that's
and
like
abroad,
not wearing a uniform to work.
Yeah. So,
But we're not talking about. I mean, I get what you're saying. I get the example, but you're literally talking about the thing that our very country, the people die and shed blood over.
absolutely.
You're literally by saying we're gonna fine you because this is our policy. Well, now the NFL is doing worse. He's taking a knee because of a flag. You're literally shitting on me and saying he can't take a knee, even though I bled for the fucking country, so he could take that knee.
Yeah.
What? That's contradictory.
But here's
You're
the
saying
thing.
he can't knee for the flag, but you can shit all over me now? No.
Did
Fuck
they
you.
ever give the figures, by the
kicking
way,
your
how
door.
much the government pays for the national anthem to be in every...
It has to be a lot. They're advertising during the Super Bowl.
It has to be
Yeah.
billions of dollars.
Oh yeah.
They're advertising during the Super Bowl.
That's what I'm saying, too.
They're a big
in order
contributor
to appease that, they'd be like, all right, so then you're going to change all the... They're probably
Well,
like, oh,
honestly,
you want to
though,
lose
like,
us
here's-
putting that in for that?
That's taxpayers' dollars, just want to say.
Go ahead, man.
It is.
Well, yeah,
So I
no.
hope you like the fucking national anthem.
Everyone,
Thank you, NFL. I hope you enjoy my money.
everyone around the NFL has been scared of Cap. That's the whole thing. The EA censored his name in the song.
Yeah.
I hate EA too.
But everyone around the NFL knows that the NFL is like,
I got the title, Kamikaze Kaepernick.
oh my.
That's
God.
dark.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I'm gonna say no to that.
Yeah.
Well, I did call the last one "Get the Strap."
Oh.
Yeah, but all right.
But
What were you
honestly,
saying? Yeah, what were you
I
saying?
was just gonna say, like, look, do what we all have the freedom to voice our opinion and stuff like that, but like, I have all the respect for what he did. He was on the biggest stage that you could be on as a quarterback. If he was if he was like a second string fullback or something, it wouldn't have mattered.
No.
But he was the quarterback of the 49ers
clap.
at the exactly. So he took the biggest stage that he could, and he did what he thought was right. And I agree. And you know what?
He did what was right.
Yeah, he did what was right. Yeah, what was right. So, in the end, he paid a price, but did he really? You're gonna always remember
So
him.
I guess you could say, in the end, it doesn't even matter.
God.
No, I think it still does, but
I mean, he's
It's-
out
it's
lots of money, bro.
it's-
He's out millions.
I'm conflicted because if this,
How much is his suit for?
I don't know.
His jersey, you mean?
No,
No,
the
like
lawsuit.
his lawsuit.
I have no
Lawsuit.
clue. I'm assuming a couple dozen million.
It has to be because he's lost lots.
I was gonna say I could see
Every
him at
game
least
he
going like
doesn't play,
$200
he's
million
losing
or some
contracts.
shit.
He's losing money.
I mean,
For this situation, I agree. There's no other way. Like if I'm trying to just be devil's advocate. I agree with
You
Colin
can't.
all the way. I know, but I'm trying to think from like NFL's perspective.
I've already done it.
I'm like, there's no way I could think of it
You
because
can't rationalize it.
especially because he did it in a peaceful way. It wasn't even like he was screaming like, "Yo, fuck the flag."
Yeah.
Yeah.
He wasn't sitting there fucking.
What it is we live in a world that, unfortunately, right now is the most diversified it's been in years. And
but divided.
Well, that's what I meant to say. Yeah. Thank you. It's the most divided it's been in years, and the majority, and I don't want to be a dick, but it's a bunch of uppity, rich ass, white motherfuckers are pissed, and it's for some stupid shit.
Yeah.
I think it's I think it's definitely 50% a race thing, and I think it's 50% the NFL doesn't know what the fuck they're doing
And what
as a business.
and to anyone that's saying that, like, oh yeah, well, you can still monetize from your name. Well, you know how much charity that guy donates to?
Oh yeah,
Well,
And
you know how much lawsuits cost?
Well,
Yeah.
I'm saying.
also true.
Yeah, y'all think this lawsuit is? Y'all think he's making money right now? I don't think he's got that much money.
I think he's bleeding,
Yeah,
metaphorically speaking.
yeah, no, monetarily, I think, and I don't think that's. I think that's also why he should donate to his charity,
Yeah.
the Kaepernick Foundation. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out. Put a link description.
But at least half.
Yeah.
But no, he's definitely hemorrhaging money, his own money, because he he's doing this, and that's why I can't hate on what Nike did.
Yeah.
Well, and that's what I'm saying.
It's
He's
facts
still
what Nike did.
like even after all the shit, he's still fighting for his cause.
Yeah.
That shows his dedication.
That's why I can't disagree with the ad. It's literally just saying that.
It's all about dedication, bro. Just do it.
Yeah.
Just do it.
But,
Early.
Yeah, no, I can't. I can't even think. Like, there's no way. Like, because this is the first time I ever tried to think about it from like the NFL's perspective. There's no way I would like. They pulled a Disney with the James Gunn. If you really think about it, they're just like, let's try not to make this too big, by trying to shut it down, and then it blows up in their face, and it's just like.
Honestly, what they should have done is just not even touched it.
They should have let it be. They should have just let it rock.
All they had
the publicity
to do,
work for themselves.
They allowed the Trump machine to control them.
Yep.
And they got fucked up.
All you had to do, like, honestly, is not even put a camera on them.
And you know what makes it worse, bro? That shows you
Bastards.
how far down it trickles.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you know, the money and shit.
Yeah.
No,
Oh, you know, the NFL is one of the most popular.
It's one of the biggest organizations in the country.
Yeah.
Well, because they're thinking, wow, this guy just won the election. The loudest part of his fan base doesn't like us. Mm-hmm. We should change stuff.
Exactly. That's exactly it.
But it's like, do we want to remember that Trump didn't win the majority vote? Can we just mention that?
This part of history needs
God,
to
love
be
America like
remembered, but also like forgotten.
Can we?
I think we should treat him
Can
like
we not
Hitler.
ignore the fact that his lawyer, basically him and
Yeah, how even
and no one's done anything about that shit. That's fraud.
I totally keep forgetting to talk about this every week because there was we record a podcast and then it came out his lawyer pled guilty, or like one of his teammates, not teammates, one of his.
He had recordings of this dude.
He pled guilty. So if y'all don't realize that means Trump is implicated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our
If
president
you plead
is
guilty, that means by law.
Our president has committed a felony.
That means according to the eyes of the law and the judicial system, that happened.
Yeah.
Correct.
Or did it?
That means Trump can get charged at any time, and it's like they can't really. That evidence is taken into account as just facts. Like there's no gray area. It just is what it is.
Yeah. At this point, this is showing that the law truly doesn't abide to everyone. Like it's just, you know.
I think he's gonna get impeached, but not until the end of his
4 years.
Yeah, not towards the end
Or
because
he won't get reelected.
He won't. No, I think he'll. I don't think he'll try for
because you know how
re-election.
much, dude. His first year isn't even up.
It's been a couple of years.
Dude, yeah, he won it was 2016.
Yeah.
No, but there was I'm sorry. It's been like
almost
a
2
year,
years.
a year and change, whatever.
2020 is when the
That's
the
right,
elections
2020.
are.
Sorry, I forget because
I don't think he'll run.
I hate because
Yeah.
no. But my thing is, dude,
Dwayne Johnson
if
for
he's
president?
in here for any longer, dude, do you know how much damage he's gonna do to this country?
Not even that. I don't think he likes being president. I don't think he's gonna.
He doesn't make money doing it.
I said this from the beginning too. It was just a check on his bucket list.
That's what
That's literally. I've said this shit from the fucking beginning.
I don't even think that. I think he was trying to renegotiate his NBC deal. I think he was just trying to get his ratings up a little bit, and then it just backfired, and then he just had to stick with it.
Yeah.
I think because all of his contract negotiations, I believe, were during that time. I think he just wanted to you guys gotta pay me more, or else I'll run for president. All type of shit, and then it's just
Well, now he's fucking president.
And driving this country into the floor.
But that's why I think they're gonna wait till the end of his term, to try to impeach him, because then there's no way he'll ever come back. And there's less time with Mike Pence, because as dumb as Trump is,
Pence is worse.
Yeah, because
Pence is a lot worse.
Pence knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
Trump is so dumb, he doesn't know. He
can't read.
He's a puppet with a hand up his ass.
Yeah, he fucks shit up not knowing what he's doing. It's just like he's like a toddler with the bucket on his
This is
head.
briefings from Fox News, B.
Yeah.
Oh god, don't even get me
He
started.
has small
on Fox
hands.
News.
I don't trust people with small hands.
News.
Just saying.
Fox News.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with small body parts.
Listen,
Man,
motion of
speaking
the
of that, speaking of that,
What?
I'm just looking at the top of this for today. What the fuck is a box prank invasion?
Oh, that's what we're gonna get to right now. No, it's I want a box
Nice segue, Jim.
prank invasion. So, if anyone who's seen that's why I kind of wish Tina was on this episode, because she watches the H3H2 podcast. But on the H3H2 podcast, he announced that Prank Invasion, YouTube channel that they kind of meme a lot on that YouTube channel.
Okay.
So Prank Invasion does pranks where he he'll go to like Venice Beach. It'll be like fake kissing pranks, although they'll be real air quotes for audio listeners. And he'll be like, all right, let's play a game, and then he'll fucking play patty cake, and then intentionally fuck it up. He's like, oh, you fucked up, yeah, kiss me, and then they like make out. And he's got like it's for like 12-year-olds that want to believe that they find out how to get girls. Trust me. I used to do a show called Getting Girls with Single Matt. It's private on this channel. Y'all cannot see it anymore, but it used to be the most popular video on the YouTube channel. It's until 50 versus Mayweather. Literally, like, that was the most popular video until recently. It's just no one can see it. But no, like, stuff about getting girls just gets attention. And he went away for a while. H3H3 was like, please come back.
Need to see this video.
I'll show it to you guys later. H3H3 was like, please come back. And then he comes back, and then he kind of embraced the meme of being like the fake kissing prank channel. And it's like, he did one dressed up as Tekashi 6ix9ine recently. He's like, kissing prank as Tekashi. And then I didn't even watch the video, I just saw the thumbnail. I'm like, I don't need to watch. Because you watch one of his videos, you watch all of his videos. He goes up to a girl, he pretends to play a game with them, he fucks up the game, and then they kiss him.
Matt, how many likes and or views would it take for you to release that video on this video?
We need to get up to 1,000. If we get 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, I'll release Getting Girls with Single Matt episode 1.
Make it happen, people.
Y'all want to see this shit.
But keep in mind, it's in standard definition. So, this is how old it is.
Good.
Oh, yeah.
It was green screen and everything. I was OD back then. I would think I was 14 in high school. Yeah, I just started high school. I was
a rare glimpse into the past.
Yeah, no. If we get thousands of subs before the end of the year, I'll release it.
No doubt.
Yeah, we'll get it popping. At that point, it's like YOLO. I could explain it.
Get it crack-a-lack.
Although, keep in mind, it was a different time. This was before the Me Too movement.
Oh no, you're getting fired. We're gonna James Gunn your ass.
I know. This was before the Me Too movement.
That disclaimer right there got me nervous.
It was very it wasn't anything like that. It was very misogynistic. It was very shallow, but it was also a character I was playing at the time. So let's keep that.
Oh, okay. So it's not real.
It's not real, but like.
Now, mind you, you should have led with it's a character that I'm portraying that is like. Rather than like
you want to hear the truth.
So you sure about that?
No, you want to hear the truth of how I came about with this character.
Okay.
So a couple of years before that, around when the channel really started, I tried to do like a real girl advice channel, like a real girl advice show. That I'm never showing.
Oh.
Because that was like
1 million subs.
There you go.
10 million subscribers.
Are you serious? 10 million?
We gotta get that down.
1
play button.
million.
Because we're gonna lose
subs.
5 as soon as that video comes out. I swear, like if the camera was sideways in that one, I'm in my bed.
You pappied it, bro?
Yeah, no, exactly.
The Dutch angle going.
I got the duck. I'm in front of my closet on my
Shout
bed.
out Pappish.
And so I'm just I'm balanced for daylight, and I got tungsten lights in the room, which was just natural like bulbs. I didn't have like real lights. It was literally just me on my bed talking about my issues with getting women. It was the early version of this podcast, I guess.
So you made a video diary and put it on YouTube.
They call it a vlog.
It's a vlog, yes.
Yeah, I guess, and I try to like vaguely make it as like girl advice. Like one of my advice was like, don't have braces. Kind of braces at the time. I was like,
that was a vlog.
Yeah, it was a vlog.
D.
It was a piece of shit. That's what it was. But then after that, I was just like, that was the second most viewed YouTube video on the channel. That's also private until Mayweather versus McGregor, Mayweather versus whatever. But then I saw how many views that got, and I was just like, all right, but this is embarrassing because I'm talking about my real life. What if I make it funny? And so then I did Getting Girls with Single Matt, and that shit was, everyone loved that in my high school at the time.
Oh, yeah.
I was cool for like 2 weeks.
Did you get a girl?
No.
No.
I mean, that was the joke of the character. Like, the whole point of the character was like,
well, they made that joke reality since you didn't get a chick.
Yeah. Well, no, I don't give advice on it.
Just saying.
God damn.
Art imitates life imitates art.
Well, no, but no, the whole point was this was a dick that was like that couldn't get a girl, but then acted like he could get girls.
Well, actually, no, because I can say this because I've gotten you fucking laid. So
we talked about this before.
I know this.
She was crazy. She pretended she was on the pill.
Still don't matter.
Damn, she tried to trap you?
Don't matter. I mean, yes, that matters,
I
but
mean, I
still
don't. We don't have to
matters.
get into it. Actually, don't answer it. Don't answer it.
That'll be 2 weeks in a row.
I don't wanna-
We brought it back to that last week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
You know,
I
so
wasn't here,
so back to prank invasion. So enough about kissing and all that stuff. So prank invasion, but now that he's embracing the meme, he's like, I guess during this whole boxing thing for YouTube, he tweeted at H3H3. He's like, I want to box you guys. I'll put up 100,000 for getting the match together, promotion, all that stuff. And then H3H3 has pretty much responded, I'll put up 100,000 for you to box any other YouTuber besides me. He's like, we'll get Joey Salads. It was like he's more like, honestly, physique wise, actually probably bigger than Prank Invasion
You
by a
can
little
get
bit.
another one from, but you
But-
know what? I'll throw 100K too.
I'm on YouTube. I'll throw
fuck
give
that.
it to me.
H3H3, I will take that bout. I will, dude. I will. Ooh. I will either get my shit rocked or I will fuck his shit up. I'm
Yeah.
saying.
I love the brawl.
The disclaimer has to be: it doesn't matter if you win or lose.
No, it doesn't matter if I
Exactly.
win or lose.
I'm getting that money.
No, I just wanted. I see. Here's why I think I should do it. Because I did getting girls a single mat. This dude is prank invasion. They're like the king of getting kissing
So
pranks.
now you're gonna be rich single
It's like the
man.
two chauvinistic assholes got to make amends.
We gotta go for it. Me and prank invasion gotta go for it. That's what I'm saying. That makes sense. H3H3, put up 100K. We good.
Already.
Give me. We'll figure out.
I'll train you.
Yo, listen, I'll
22%.
do it for 50.
No.
do it for 20.
That's that's the put up. That's
Y'all
actually.
Yeah.
motherfuckers trying to undercut me? You're supposed to be partners.
No.
18%. 9.
8.
Fuck you, Jimbo.
7.5.
I'll do it for free.
Yes, the 100,000 is to put up to get the venue going and all that stuff.
Oh, you ain't get paid 100K?
Oh,
No, he's talking about getting 100K to get the venue going to get the event
Oh,
going.
fuck him. Kick
fuck out of
rocks.
here! No,
It's a
what? I
dub.
need 100K tax free in my pocket. So
No.
whatever the tax be on
You see
100K,
this
I
face?
need the 100K
Ain't
plus
nothing
the
in it
tax.
less than 50.
Dude.
So like 147,000.
Yeah, but here,
Ish.
think about it. If we get H3H3 is big enough. If they get 100,000 people buying the pay-per-view stream, and I get 20% of that, I'm gonna
That's
make
math.
You're trying to clout chase.
I'll make probably double that.
I mean,
knock
what's
the hustle.
100,000
I
times
ain't mad at the
100?
hustle. I'm just stating facts.
Yeah, exactly. But no,
100,000 times 100, bro?
I want you,
That's-
prank invasion.
That's 10,000.
No, 100,000.
No, I didn't
Get the
hear the
team together.
100,000.
100,000
I
views.
heard
but-
100 times 10.
Well, I'm doing the Logan Paul KSI fight was $10.
Even if you did 100, if you did 100 times 10,000,
If
You're at
100,000
a million.
If
Yeah.
100,000 people view it, and they get
then it's 10 million.
and for if and $10 that's $1 million.
Oh, at 10, I was going $100.
No, because this is YouTube.
Oh, it's only like pay per view.
I'm going Logan Paul KSI fight. That was $10. So this would be.
true.
I'm saying this would be about $10.
Is it like a fad now? Just YouTube?
Yeah, no, exactly. That's why this
It's
is
a new
being
thing.
That's why this is being brought up.
It's
But
new
I
thing.
want
Yo,
you,
I will rock
prank
the shit
invasion.
out of PewDiePie for like
Oh, God. So we would
Did you
Matt
call
could
him?
destroy
Did you just
PewDiePie.
call him PewDiePie?
Exactly.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
Exactly.
Chop-a-lot could
PewDiePie.
destroy PewDiePie.
Bitch ass motherfucker.
Nah,
Nothing personal.
No, honestly, I fuck with PewDiePie recently. Not recently. Not like nice N-word stuff, but sometimes like
I was gonna say, you've been on a
Android
rampage with
I'll
it.
arm wrestle Markiplier.
yeah.
Yo,
I like him too much to
honestly,
punch him.
I like Markiplier. I actually do like
Markiplier's a
Markiplier.
fucking cool dude.
Let me specify with PewDiePie. Like there's some YouTubers that say stupid shit, and then PewDiePie is like the guy that just comes in every once in a while. It's like, you're saying stupid fucking shit, and I can say it because I'm the biggest YouTuber. So stop doing this stupid shit.
Even when he says it's because he said some.
Oh, he said some fucked up. I don't agree with a lot. With some of the
Yeah.
stupid shit he said.
He dropped the N-word one time.
That was
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah, that was bad.
We've talked about that early on this podcast.
Yeah, that was
an
an early episode.
That
I
was
apologize, everyone. I keep bringing it back to the old days.
no. That's perfectly fine to bring that up. But no, yeah, that was
Full circle.
full circle. Exactly.
circle.
Plus, everyone's not listening to every podcast yet.
That's true.
You got
Maybe they
late-
should.
Go back, listen,
You got late
watch
bloomers.
watch The Boys. You'll have a good
They're
time
actually
with that.
honestly, shout out to the podcast listeners. We're starting to get a
love
nice incremental bump recently, and y'all don't just watch one video. Y'all watch everything.
We're nothing without
That's
you.
what's up. Thank you, guys.
Like actual viewership. Y'all actually like
Golf clapping.
y'all and some of you are also subscribing, which is dope. I'm like, I appreciate all your podcast listeners. Podcast is
should,
dope.
man.
Word.
It's hard work.
It's a nice. It's fun to do.
My man showed up for 2 episodes.
No, not
It is
me.
a grind.
I'm talking about him.
Nah,
Fuck
you're
that.
good. Just busting.
No, because honestly, like, So I don't want to talk too much about. We talked enough about Joe Budden.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I don't want to get into it behind the scenes about podcasts too much.
You don't need our clout.
Yeah, but I want box prank invasion. Actually, I should put up the money. I'll just give me a percentage of the ticket sales.
There you go.
Last topic. Labor Day weekend happened.
Yeah, buddy.
What did all you do? I didn't do anything. I'll just start with me. I didn't do shit. What did you do? I know you went to Izu.
Yes, I attended Izu for day 2 and day 3. So my girl and her best friend, they did Friday, Saturday, Sundays because I was stuck working and shit. But I mean, I've been to a few EDM festivals and shit, man. But Izu, man, was fucking insane, dude. I gotta say, shout out to Bonnie and Clyde. You guys threw the fuck down. So did 4D. Yo, 4D is fucking insane. Tiesto, we always fucking kill it. And shout out to fucking to Church. I mean, I actually had the pleasure to meet this guy Church, who's an EDM artist, right?
Gotcha, these are EDM artists.
Yes.
I didn't know who these. I thought these were friends of yours.
Randomly naming people.
Yeah, right. No, I wish. No, but I got a chance to talk to Church for a while, and actually too, I was waiting to tell you this, Matt. So I was lucky enough to where there met a few of the videographers that are around for this one specific stage, and they let me play around with their little Red Weapon 6K. That, which is a beast.
Nerds.
Beast. That is an amazing camera. You should get one. If you can afford it.
I was gonna say, you too can have
Bro.
one for $20 grand.
That
Reminds me, Canon finally made it.
Cook lenses.
Oof.
Cook lenses. Bro, the one dude had a FS5 on the suspension rig with the brand new fucking Movi and shit. The brand new Movi and shit.
Goddamn. Side note, did you know that Canon finally announced a 4K mirrorless camera?
I heard.
With no crop factor, finally, after all the...
Really? So it's full frame?
Full frame. Well, and people say 5D Mark IV. 5D Mark IV for the 4K recording had 1.74 crop factor, which is more than APS-C Super 35.
Yeah.
This has the full... From what I understand, full frame 4K. Finally. For about...
I heard whispers, but I had not, seen the announcement.
$2,200. It's got a higher...
Not fucking bad at all.
Not bad. If you compare it to
the
Nikon
A7
III or the new Nikon Z6 that was just announced. Nikon also just announced some mirrorless cameras.
Fuck Nikon though. The whole lenses are stupid.
Well, I like it because they actually have the most megapixel. I'm thinking about it.
I mean, if you're doing one thing in particular.
For a special project, yeah. But what's it called? But yeah, no. So it beats out the Z6, which has, I think, 24 megapixels, and the A7 III, which has 24 megapixels, both at about $2,000. For $2,200, you have 30 megapixels in the full frame. You have full 4K, I think at 60 frames a second, and you have 10-bit out.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
$2,200.
My thing is
Thank
now,
you,
how
Canon.
are the battery lives? I mean, we know.
LPE6s.
Yeah?
LPE6s.
Oh, shit. Okay. Now, mind you, though, that 4K might kill them batteries a lot fucking faster than they're used to.
That's fine. They
That's why
last
you get
longer.
backup.
They last longer than the
They do last
Sony.
longer than Sony. Yes, you're correct. That was the only pain in the ass with Bungo is.
The only reason I wanted to mention that because I'm definitely gonna rent one to review for Broke Film School. That's gonna happen.
Oh, yeah.
You better put in your pre-orders now.
Well, I gotta wait for. No, I'm not gonna buy it. I'm gonna rent it.
No, I meant even to save a spot in the rental thing.
Well, yeah, no, I got a notification. I got a notification. Well, it's for the show. That's why.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. But
No, I understood. I was saying, I don't think you're gonna have to pre-order or anything like that.
Yeah,
It's
no,
serious.
I'm not too worried about that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. Back to Izu though. Yo, so Izu, we had the pleasure of being in VIP. Now the great thing about VIP, dude, this weekend, right? So mind you, had to buy your drinks, which is pretty standard. I mean, Easy is expensive. Don't get me wrong. People, you need to save your money for Easy, but if you're gonna go, do it right. At least get minimum VIP, platinum VIP. If you ball like that, if you have $800, cool.
Save your money in general. Get a Roth IRA.
Well, what?
No,
Roth IRA.
Oh, I thought you said a raw feta, eh?
No.
Like Canadian or something.
I'm not a financial advisor, by the way. Go ahead.
No, you're not. Nor am I. But it's definitely a good time. And people, you just do yourself a favor before you start looking at the why different people go there and whatnot. Whatever. Just remember the fucking music. It's not all about drug culture. Yeah, a lot of people on drugs enjoy that shit. But go out and experience that shit for the music.
Lord.
We get it, Jim. You didn't do drugs at the E concert.
Wink, wink, under his sunglasses.
It's not all about drugs, guys. There's also music there.
I would have never thought.
And actually, too, I ran into but that artist whoever we exchanged some contact information. So
That is dope.
we should be talkings.
Yo, I don't want to. I can't say it. It's a story with SZA and someone I know, but I don't want to say it because I don't feel like I can name drop him for it.
Yeah, so just leave that.
But I also don't want to say it without mentioning him because it's pretty dope for him. So I don't feel like telling the story without. Yeah, I need to get permission before I say it. But there's a dope SZA story.
Dusty, how was your weekend?
I worked with Maddie all day. And
That was
drove people around town.
That was that was one day.
That was one day of 3-day weekend. I know.
We were talking about the whole weekend. My fault.
Duh, Labor Day weekend.
For me, I don't really consider it like that. But I pretty much just worked all weekend, man.
Yeah.
Pretty much just grinded out stuff and worked. My weekend. I'm sorry, I'm old and I'm boring.
Same.
Fuck y'all.
Except I'm young. I'm boring.
I am in a barbarian clan at the Renaissance Fair.
That was a great opener.
See, that's pretty dope. So we probably should just skip me and just went straight to Steve. I'm just saying.
Wait, for real?
Yeah.
No, he's very for real.
He is
wow.
also an orc.
What is that? What is that title?
Well, basically, at the end of our Labor Day
Pillages
weekends,
and
they do we pillage and stuff. They do the Maraud. Basically, it's like barbarian Olympics.
Fucking pillaging.
So I actually won the troll chug.
No gag reflex.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
So basically, what that is that you drink. Whoever drinks their beer the fastest wins, and I won it for our clan. I shouldn't say like that. Our barbarian clan.
Yeah, definitely.
Spanish is so good.
Yeah.
Now, if I said that, I'd be
what
worried.
was that beer? Whatever you said, there was, and you told us when we were at work.
All right, so it was a black and tan. So it was
Nice.
it was Guinness with like this cherry mead or something, raspberry mead. Dude, that shit was mad good. Expensive.
24 or like with a 30-ounce Steiner.
Yeah, no, like a regular.
Regular beer.
Like a pint.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Dude, I was throwing them back. We did
beer.
we did like other things. Shout out to Oro Kairos. That's the name of my clan. The Bat Clan.
Shout out to them.
Shout out to them.
Shout out to Bat Clan. I could actually pronounce that word.
There you go. That was basically it, man. Got to run around dressed up as a barbarian. It's pretty fun.
Damn. It's a lot.
Do warrior shit.
You were the tent wench. Don't lie.
That was the tent wench. Yes, my lord.
Like I said.
No gag reflex.
Oh god. How would you know?
Oh!
He chugged a whole beer faster than anybody else.
Yeah, but you're saying it a lot like you have first-hand experience with it. His gag reflex.
I mean, what if I do? Are you judging me, Maddie?
No, I just want to know the truth.
Are you coming at me about
All right,
being
well,
homo?
I'm gonna displace all this. I know.
The podcast is like dropping the truth, Dusty.
He's like, it's Steve.
No, I'm sorry,
The
men
truth
out
will
there.
set you free.
I'm not gay.
Listen to Swami Stabby.
Swami Stabby.
On that note, I think that's the end of the podcast. We don't got any more topics. I'm Matt.
Fuck.
He's still for
MGK over
MGK.
Eminem.
I'm Dusty B.
I'm Steve.
And I'm Matt for redundancy's sake. Thank you for watching the My Crazy Podcast, episode 31. If you like this episode, make sure you thumbs up down below and subscribe. We appreciate all of you, and we'll see you next week.
We out early.
Late?